What's burning? What's burning? What's burning with KB? What's burning? What's burning? What's burning with KB? What's burning? What's burning? What's burning with KB? What's burning? What's burning? What's burning with KB?
It's time for What's Burnin' with Kevin KB Burns, presented by Bill Lacasse and SRG Financial Advisors. But first, please join us as we honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem. And now your host, Kevin KB Burns.
Hey, welcome in to What's Burnin'. Is it really time for the show again? It certainly is, and we're glad to have you with us. Of course, we want to thank all of our wonderful sponsors. Our title sponsor, SRG Financial Advisors, the good folks at Budget Blinds, Ozarks Barge and Dock, our veterinary at the lake. And as you can see, I've already been into the Culligan water, courtesy of Culligan Lake of the Ozarks, the official bottled water of What's Burnin'. We've got a great show lined up for you today. Don't forget, we've got Mary Kay von Brendel coming up. She's going to update us on what's still happening at Ozarks Amphitheater, and it's great to know that they are open for business. They've got a lot of great things coming your way. Also, Richelle Grosvenor, she will be joining us. We'll talk to her about, what she plans on doing as far as being the next prosecuting attorney of Camden County. And we'll also take some time with Austin Teal and Mike Konigsman from Zach Wheat Post 624 in Sunrise Beach. They've got a lot of great things going on, and they want to remind you that, sure, it's a fun place, a great place to hang out, but it's also a place for veterans to go, congregate, learn about a lot of things that are available to them out there, and we'll cover it all. Plus, our furry friend, Pepper, a great-looking canine that could use a good home. Stick around, folks. It's a great show, a busy show, and you don't want to miss a minute of it right here on Lake TV.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the mile marker formula.
It was a code 10, hard water again. Worst part is Claire was unaware.
Hey, Culligan, our water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
Okay, are you 90?
I'm not.
Okay, secondly, how do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
What?
And thirdly, how do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
Goodly. I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water. Stay soft, right?
You stay soft.
Good water doesn't just come to you. Oh, wait. In this case, yes, it did.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozarks Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Hey, welcome into What's Burning here on Lake TV. I got to tell you, there is a place at the Lake of the Ozarks where people have been going now for a long time to enjoy great music, lots of fun, and they're always doing cool stuff in the community, and that's Ozarks Amphitheater. And here to tell us more about what's shaking, she's like, what, me, who, where, when?
Right.
Mary Kay von Brendel, hello.
Good to be back. It's been a summer.
Yeah, it's been a summer. And probably the busiest summer that you folks have had, and you're not done by any stretch of the imagination.
No, we still have 4 left.
4 left, and I understand you've even added a show here recently.
Well, we had Kansas that I had to reschedule,
Right.
so we've scooted them back, and they're going to be playing the evening of the 24th, which is going to be Punkin' Chunkin' Palooza during the day at the Ozarks Amphitheater.
So it's going to be a quick change.
We certainly hope so.
You're going to have the folks on hand as soon as 4:30 hits. It's like, everybody out, we've got a concert to put on a little bit later.
That's pretty much what it's going to look like.
Yeah, well, you guys will handle it. I know you will. The night before, of course, they've got Lake of the Ozarks Got Talent.
Correct.
And then Pumpkin Chunkin', and that'll be a fun event. We talked to Michael and Tony Wagner about that, as a matter of fact, last week. But what we want to talk about is the shows that you've got left on the big the big schedule.
Would love to talk about that.
Let's talk a little bit about them. I know a couple of them, but I'm not going to ruin the fun or the surprise.
Well, next weekend, Labor Day weekend, is going to be Foreigner. Opening for Foreigner is going to be the Steelwoods. But one of the things I'm really excited about is the Versailles High School Choir is going to be opening for that show.
Now that is going to look great on a resume.
Right?
Open for Foreigner.
I know, and we were talking about that in the office, and I was saying if I was one of those kids, I would never say it was with the choir. It was like I opened for Foreigner.
Me personally.
Exactly.
Are they going to kick the show off with the national anthem?
I'm not quite sure what they have up their sleeves at this point.
So it might be a couple of songs. Are they going to take requests, do you think?
I don't know if they'll have time for requests.
I see.
But
well, you never know.
You never know.
We'll just see where it goes.
Exactly.
Well, that's big to have the Versailles choir there. And Steelwood, tell us a little bit about them.
You know, I don't know much about them.
Yeah.
You're the music aficionado, actually somewhat more than I am when it comes to rock.
You see how she deflected that right back
Perfectly.
at me? Good job. She knows what she's doing. And then, of course, Foreigner, they've played at the Amphitheater in the past, and they are certainly a fan favorite, and I'm sure you're going to have a lot of folks for that particular show.
Yes.
So we move on down the line, and the following Saturday, you've got another big name there.
None other than Darius Rucker.
Right on, right on. Hootie and the Blowfish, and then he did the crossover thing to country music. So I guess he does a little bit of both.
From what I understand, yes, he will be doing a little bit of both on stage.
Yeah, we're going to have the Lake of the Ozarks Air Show that Saturday as well, and a lot of us are going to come over and enjoy the show.
That's what I hear.
Ozarks Amphitheater.
Yeah.
Do you think he'd want to come out and maybe go up on a plane if he gets there early enough?
I have thrown the offer out to his tour manager, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's pretty big, and I mean he's had a very successful career, and I guess at some point he just decided, kind of like Aaron Lewis, you know, Aaron
went from Stained to Aaron Lewis.
To Aaron Lewis doing some country stuff, and that was pretty cool. And then, of course, we've got who, when, where, how, why coming up following Darius Rucker.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're dead excited to be bringing Cody Johnson to the Ozarks Amphitheater, and that is a sold-out show.
No doubt about that. Cody Johnson, very impressive and very talented individual, and he brings quite the stage performance along with him. I've seen some video. Never actually got to see him up close and personal, but that will be the job of the folks that are going to be there at that sold-out show. Any idea how many sold-out shows? Because I know you've had a few this year.
This will be our third.
Your third sold-out show. That's great.
Yes.
And what that says about Ozarks Amphitheater is something that you had talked about years ago, and that is kind of doing things in baby steps. And you have built and built and built and built on that. You brought in some great acts. How many acts total this year with the addition of the Kansas Shooting Star Show?
Okay, so we had 22, but a couple of those actually didn't happen. But but wait to see what we've got on the docket for next year.
Anything we can talk about?
It's going to be a great summer.
Well, I figured that.
Best summer ever.
That much I know. But then, of course, you'll wrap up the season after Cody Johnson with none other than Kansas.
Kansas, that's correct, with Shooting Star.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a great way to end the season.
A band that has kind of got some ties here. Years ago, when I first started at what was then Lake 94, we had them come down and play a concert over at the then Millstone Lodge.
Okay.
And they are a phenomenal band. They've got a lot of hits and a great way to open the show for Kansas. And so you've got two great bands back to back there. Again, a couple of fan favorites. People in this area love Kansas. And in Kansas, I don't know if you knew this or not, Kerry Livgren, who I believe is still with the band, his parents used to live in Max Creek.
No way.
He had a connection to Max Creek somehow. I think it was his parents. But a great band nonetheless. And again, they've kind of gone through some transitions over the years. Steve Walsh heading up the band fronting the band for a lot of years. John Elefante coming in, Steve Walsh coming back in, and just a great opportunity to hear all of those wonderful hits that they have put out over the years and have just, as I said, have been huge fan favorites. Something else we need to discuss is how the amphitheater has developed again this year. You have added more things and done more things, and it's been incredible. So each year you kind of build on that a little bit. What were some of the things for folks who maybe haven't had the chance to be there that you've done this year?
Oh, let's see. Well, we've definitely made vast improvements with our parking, especially with our ADA offerings that we have. We were able to add asphalt to both. We made a ramp at the main gate for ADA so they don't have to go up traverse that huge ramp that we had there. And you know, for the stage-hands and for the back of house, we added spotlight towers. So I know for the average person that's like no big deal, but for the the spotties, as they call them, being under a tent, it was a vast improvement. And that's one of the things that we're constantly doing. I mean, is constantly making improvements and actual visual improvements, so the community at large can see that we do have a commitment with the amphitheater, and we're trying to improve it. She's going to be 30 years old next year.
Wow. And, you know, quite frankly, she's not really showing her age at all. As a matter of fact, I think she probably gets a little bit better with age.
I would hopefully feel that way, yes.
Well, you've done so much, and, you know, you started out, again, with the basics, and you built off of that. You've done some fun things. You've got the community involved with various promotions and things like that. And not just completely and totally as part of the amphitheater, but community-wide, things that people can get involved in. We had the, was it the chicken soup cook-off for Ted Nugent? And some of
that's
those...
right, the Yankee Doodle Chicken Noodle Soup Challenge, yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. Now, for folks that are wanting tickets to the remaining shows, obviously there are different ways to get those.
Of course, the safest way to get them online is ozarksamp.com. Otherwise, you can buy them at either Bridal Cave or Split Arrow Boutique, and you can waive all those nasty ticketing fees.
Yeah, yeah. And then you get your tickets, and you don't have to worry about it being a site where you might spend a little money and not get what you've anticipated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I tell you about a great contest we're throwing starting tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Darius Rucker fans, you definitely want to be a part of this. It is a social media driven contest. It is for 2 VIP tickets to see Darius Rucker and 2 of the only meet and greet opportunities to meet Darius Rucker.
Outstanding.
We found when Lake Expo did a interview with him, he's a huge Ozark fan, so we definitely went that direction with it. So it's a 1-night overnight stay at Al Hana Resort and dinner for 2 at the Blue Cat Lounge.
Hot dog.
You're going to be picked up by glorified shuttle, brought to the amphitheater, and then brought back. Budweiser is going to be delivering a swag basket for you at El Hana, and the Ozark Cookie Company is going to bring some sweet treats.
What a nice deal. What a great deal. Super.
I know.
And again, just kind of upping the ante a little bit. So how do folks get involved in that?
Social media. Watch for details tomorrow between 10 and 11.
Mm-hmm. And if they have any additional questions, I know you've got the website. I'm sure you have a Facebook page, and then, of course, the phone number out there.
You can always call me, 573-346-0000.
Easy to remember, 346 4 zeros, like what I used to get on my report card. 346 and 4
Your parents
zeros.
had to be so proud.
Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? Anyway, a big finale for Ozarks Amphitheater, and again, we are certainly happy to have the opportunity to talk with you and just keep doing what you're doing. And there's nothing you can tell us about next year. We know it's going to be a great summer. Anything at all? Can you give us a hint?
If you like music, this is going to be the year to see. Who doesn't like music?
All right. We're not going to push it. We're not going to press you. Mary Kay Von Brendel from Ozarks Amphitheater, always a pleasure. Thanks for hanging out with us, and thanks for a great season.
Thank you very much. Thanks for participating.
Absolutely. Stick around, folks. We've got more coming up. It is What's Burnin' on Lake TV.
Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
Want to get to know local leaders better? Join Lake TV for the COMC Community Spotlight Show weekdays at 9:02 a.m., 3:02 and 7:02 p.m. Chris Schneider talks with local leaders to find out more about them and their organizations. It's the COMC Community Spotlight Show on Lake TV.
Glad to have you back with us on What's Burnin' here on Lake TV, and very honored to have these two gentlemen with us from the Zach Wheat Post 624 in Sunrise Beach. We have the new commander, Austin Teal. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Pleasure to meet you. My honor.
And then, I don't know, did you find him hitchhiking or something along the side of the road?
Yeah, but
I was lucky he picked me up. Yeah, he grabbed me along the way.
Mike Koenigsman, who handles public relations for the Post as well. Good to see you, sir. Glad to have you both in here today. So let's talk a little bit about you and your background, and let's everybody knows about this guy, so you and I will spend the majority of the interview talking here today. But no, seriously, you are the new commander, and so as commander of the Post, what are some of your responsibilities, some of your duties, some of the things that you do?
Putting out fires mostly.
Yeah. And there you go, folks. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Just trying to get everything organized and get people working together.
Yeah.
Mainly.
Is this something that you had? Is it like an office that you run for? You're voted in by other members of the Post?
Yes,
or?
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm very honored. This is our 50th anniversary this year.
Very good.
For this Post.
So you've got a lot of big things coming up for the year. And how long is your tenure, by the way? 1 year?
It is 1 year until we rebuild. Yes.
Okay, very good. Well, let's talk about some of the things that are going on. I know this is a place where people can come and enjoy and hang out. And typically, you've got the Post open when?
Post is open between 2 and closing time, whenever that is, depending on the how many people are there.
Except when he shows up, you close it about 2:30.
No, usually that's when the party starts.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
The PR guy, he's on top of that sort of thing.
The Legion isn't just a bar.
Right.
I want to make that very clear that there's a lot of other stuff that we do.
Sure.
Now that bar is a major contributor as far as our donations, but it's definitely not all we do.
Right. You need some funding for some of the activities and projects that you got going on, right?
Very much so.
We had a nice remembrance of September 11th there last year, and I was very honored to have the opportunity to be there with Lake TV, and very well done, very respectful, very tasteful, and just a great opportunity for people to remember what happened on that day. And certainly with all the veterans that were in the house and other veterans that were showing up, it was something to truly remember. Do you have anything like that planned for this year?
We've got, well, during the year we've got 3 main things. That's our Veterans Day, Flag Day, and Memorial Day. Memorial Day coming up.
Veterans Day.
Veterans Day
coming. See, that's why I'm here.
I get it. Yes.
Somebody's got to keep them on track.
A little prompting there. Now
those are the main ceremonies, but we do a lot of other little stuff here and there. Those are the big ones that we get big crowds in to the Legion for.
Seems like you have a nice turnout on Bike Fest, during Bike Fest.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And that's coming up here. We are a passport stop.
Yep, we're a passport stop with the American Legion Riders.
Right.
And also on Friday of that, September 16th, we have a Veterans Ride. And that Veterans Ride starts at the VFW in Camden. It's a law enforcement escorted ride all the way from the VFW to the American Legion Post. So we've got a nice escort there. We don't go super fast, through town because we want to wave at people and say hi to people. We'd love to have you come out and go down Old Highway 5 through Camden. That's where the parade route, and then meet us over there at the American Legion. We'll have lunch there as available, and love to have all of our friends and family come out, and community members come out and support the riders and support the veterans.
Now understand, law enforcement isn't there in case something happens. They're actually there to escort them. I just want to make that clear.
They're there to escort us and support us. Right. Yes, absolutely. And because we support them as well.
Absolutely, and you have a lot of veterans obviously involved in law enforcement here locally. A lot of different things going on. We touched on several of those things, but I know, Mike, you've got something else that you wanted to talk about here.
I just got a couple things. Most Friday nights we have opened our doors to dinners. You can actually go into our website at American Legion Zachary Post 624 website and look at the calendar of events. We'll give you a menu of what's going on there. And then also we got a big event coming up Saturday, September 24th, and that is a Mardi Gras murder mystery. Our American Legion Auxiliary is putting this on, and that is going to raise funds to help our local veterans within the community. Once again, it's September 24th. I got to read this because doors open at 4 p.m. Dinner show starts at 5, and it runs around 5 to 8. And we actually have some professionals that are coming in and actually doing the acting. So it's not, some joker like me trying to get up there and pretend like I know what I'm doing. I can talk, but I just maybe not, say the right lines. But we do have professionals that are coming in. We do ask that people reserve tables. They can get a table. They can go to our website, or they can call 402-657-6005 and ask for Michelle, and she'll get you tickets reserved for that. Tickets run $20 each, or you can get a table, reserve a table for $160.
Very nice, very nice.
And really look forward to dress up. I just ordered my costume last night, so I'm excited about it. So you can dress up for it. You can, remember, it's Mardi Gras murder mystery. So dress up, have fun with it.
Don't worry, folks. Remember, Austin's in charge.
So that's probably a good thing.
Yeah. And something else you wanted to mention as well? You had another, you said a couple of things that you wanted to mention?
Oh, mainly, the dinners and stuff that we got coming up. And then you already mentioned the Bike Fest coming up. Really excited about that to help support our post. And then along with the Bike Fest, the American Legion Riders actually do have a raffle that's going on. So if you're interested in raffle tickets, you can stop by the post and pick those up. We're raffling off 2 firearms. So just let you know that we have those for raffle. And all of the money that we do at the American Legion Post that we get donations for, everything goes right back into helping our veterans. So whether it's supporting the post so that our veterans have a place to go and their families, or whether it's going out to Warrensburg to help support the veterans home there, the local veterans, we have a veteran in need. We've helped with buying refrigerators. We've helped with cleaning lots. We've helped with moving expenses. We've helped with funeral expenses. All of that stuff goes into helping our veterans, and that's really what the American Legion is about, is helping our veterans and their families and being responsible within the community and opening it up to the community.
Sure. And everybody likes to go over because it's always a fun time. But again, we want to stress that it's not just a bar, not just a restaurant in Austin. Talk to us a little bit about some of the help that you offer veterans that may come in looking for things like benefits, or if they need to sit down and talk to someone. I know there's certain times when veterans are just kind of feeling all by themselves, and they just need to connect with someone.
We've got our 4 principles, right? The first one's national defense. We do a lot of work with our active duty military, those policies of their quality of life, pay, stuff like that. So we do a lot of that.
What about, I guess also maybe helping people find employment? There's a lot of veterans out there who would like to work. Maybe they're having trouble finding a job.
Definitely, they do. Again, Mike.
So my other job with the Chamber of Commerce, we work well with the local community, and as a veteran and a member, really help out with that. So if we do have somebody, we definitely make references and that sort of thing for jobs, job fairs, job training. And actually last year we did a job expo, business expo at the American Legion. And we're planning on having another one. Don't have a date yet, working with the State Fair Community College on that, but we're going to do a business expo over at the Legion to have something to help the veterans in the community with their business.
What are some of the tougher things? I mean, I know we have quite the homeless population when it comes to veterans. Is that something that you work with as well? Maybe trying to find them some sort of living accommodations, or
actually just started talking to somebody from Lake Regional Hospital, and they said there's a lot of homeless over there, some of which are vets. I told her to make sure they get a hold of us to see if we can give them a hand. Nationally, we definitely do a lot of stuff like that in the bigger cities where there's a much bigger homeless population.
Right.
But even around here, we've got some that we're willing to help out.
Now, either one of you gentlemen can answer this question. Do you have hours of operation during the day when veterans can come in and sit down and talk with you?
It's mainly 2 to close. There are other times when we're there, but we're usually cleaning up house or doing other financial kind of stuff like that. But you've got my number, 573-280-7585, or my email address is cdrpost624@gmail.com. You can give me a call. I'll meet you up there, or I'll get the right person to meet you up there.
Very good. Austin Teal, the commander of Zachweed Post 624. Mike Koenigsman, who handles public relations for the Post as well. Gentlemen, I want to thank you both for your service.
Thank you.
And thank you both
KB, for having us on.
For coming in today and letting us know more about what goes on. And we'll keep you posted as soon as something comes down. Let us know. We'll get you back in here and talk more about it.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, stick around, folks. We've got a whole lot more coming up on What's Burnin' right here on Lake TV.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
Hey, KB here, welcoming you back to What's Burnin' on Lake TV, and we don't do this program without a little refreshment and some help from our friends, Culligan Lake of the Ozarks, the official bottled water of What's Burnin'. Give them a call at 573-346-5221. They can help you out with a lot of different things, including the quality of water in your home or your business. They'll come out, they'll take a look around, give you a little water test, let you know what's in it, and tell you just exactly how they can make it so much better, that high-quality H2O, courtesy of Culligan Lake of the Ozarks. It is my pleasure to welcome in the next prosecuting attorney of Camden County. The citizens spoke out overwhelmingly and voted her in as, well, the one who is going to be responsible. Are you officially the top law enforcement agent in Camden County? Isn't that what it is?
The chief.
The chief, I'm
law
sorry.
Enforcement
Top
officer.
chief. All I know is Richelle Grosvenor is with us, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Anything that you would like to convey to the viewers, the voters, as far as any thanks or anything for kind of helping you make this happen?
Absolutely. First and foremost, I just want to make it very clear that one of the things I dislike most about politics is someone who makes a promise during a campaign and then does not fulfill that promise. Right. I just want to make sure that everyone who votes for me understands that day one, January 1, I'm going to do exactly what I said I was going to do during the campaign. And I believe that they believed me, and that's why they overwhelmingly circled my name when they went in to vote, is because they believe that I'm going to do exactly what I said I'm going to do.
Right. So just in case, you keep those campaign promises with you somewhere, in your purse or in your pocket, just in case?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just really important, don't you? I mean, you're part of the process. You're a little more involved than maybe some are, but there is a level of frustration out there about campaign promises and then no follow through. And I intend to follow through with exactly what I said I'm going to do.
Sometimes that's a fine line to walk, and so a lot of people say a lot of things when they're running for a particular office, and sometimes you get a little bit lost in the shuffle. And understandably so, I guess, to some degree, but you want to kind of keep things on the straight and narrow as much as you possibly can and fulfill those campaign promises. And let's talk a little bit about that, some campaign promises that you've made that you feel are important to this county.
Well, and you and I talked about this kind of in depth. The first one is make sure the priority cases are the ones with victims. Absolutely make sure the victims are heard, that they have the right to input, that they understand what's going on in the process. Number one priority, cases with victims. I have the benefit of I've been doing this for 22 years. So when I was making campaign promises, it was with a depth of experience. It wasn't a promise. It's something that I've done in the past. And so it was kind of easy for me to explain to the voters what it was going to look like with me in the leadership position. But certainly, like we talked about, tough on crime, making sure that criminals are held accountable and that victims are heard.
What are some of the things maybe that people don't understand and realize about the job as far as prosecuting attorney? There are probably a lot of things that we see and read, maybe even some things that we don't quite understand, but where are some, I guess, maybe if you want to call it this, kind of gray areas that you'd really like to impress upon the citizens of Camden County to know more about?
Well, first of all, anytime you will have me back on, I will come in and visit with you, because I think the criminal justice system is confusing. And so anytime that we can educate, we're going to be better off. One of the things, just as an example, that I try to talk about a lot is when a police officer arrests someone, do you know what they need to arrest? It's called probable cause, right? Probable cause is basically what I would say 51%. 51% likelihood that somebody did that. They can arrest, right? Well, what happens when it becomes something that I've charged and I have to go to court on? Do you know what my burden of proof is for me? Well, it's beyond a reasonable doubt. So you can see how there might be some tension between law enforcement and prosecutors sometimes, because their burden of arrest is probable cause, my burden of proof is beyond a reasonable doubt. And so sometimes as the prosecutor, you get a report in, the law enforcement did their job, they had probable cause, and yet I have to go back and say, I can't take this in front of a jury with what I've been given. And maybe some people don't necessarily understand that there's that difference between an arrest and being able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law. So it can be complicated, but again, with my experience, I can have those conversations with law enforcement. I've already started the conversations with law enforcement. I have to tell you, they're very excited about a new administration. They're very excited about the team that I'm putting together. Law enforcement is on board, and they are looking forward to working together. And some of that is just knowing each other's expectations, right? What do I want from you? What do you expect from me? Law enforcement is excited to have a prosecutor's office that has their back, and at the same time is going to put in the time and effort in prosecuting cases, so their time and effort matters.
So do you feel like maybe there is a gap between probable cause versus beyond a reasonable doubt, and sitting down and making sure that both parties kind of understand what is necessary? So maybe that kind of helps the citizens understand it a little bit better.
Yes, and communication, of course, is key. Well, that's one of the other things I tried to talk about a lot during the campaign, is that my office, to the extent I can, will be transparent. If I get in there and there's been, 5 months worth of cases that have just sat there and nothing happened to them, and there's this huge delay on stuff because nobody's working right now, for example, right? Then I will be honest about that with the public. There's just certain things that the prosecutor's office can communicate to the public, and I intend to do that. But that communication also works with law enforcement, just making sure that, like I said, we understand what the expectations are, and communicating that efficiently.
Right. So when we look at this from the standpoint of the victim, and we want to make sure that they are represented to the fullest extent of the law, what about the criminal on the other side? If there is some doubt, if there is a need to maybe look into things a little bit closer, and understand that sometimes mistakes are made.
Sure.
And you don't want that person to have to go around with some sort of a record, if that's not necessarily what it is that we're talking about here. But you really have to, they say the scales of justice, right? They're supposed to be equal. Is there a need to make sure that everything is on the up and up when it comes to the actual person who is, I guess if you want to call it, the defendant?
100%.
Right.
And, the prosecutor's office under my leadership is not going to be playing fast and loose with anybody's life. And that's what you're talking about. Anytime you level a charge against someone, you impact them financially, you impact their reputation, etc. So you better make sure, as the prosecutor, that you have the beyond a reasonable doubt that I was describing to pursue that charge. You're right about the victims, but the prosecutor's office, just to be clear, does not represent victims, right?
Right.
Okay. It's our obligation to inform them, to get input from them, let them know what's happening in the case, but we do not represent victims, okay? But like I said, their input is really important. The best part about being a prosecutor, I get to show up to work every day and do what's right. Sometimes that is making a tough decision, like what you're describing. Do I have a gut feeling that, somebody did something, but there's just not enough there to prove it? You got to make that tough decision, because I am going to be just as fair to the victim as I am to the person charged with the crime.
And you touched on a very good topic, making the tough decision as opposed to the popular decision. And again, when we talk about politics and making sure that you go back and honor your campaign promises, sometimes it requires a tough decision.
That, and making sure that if there's a question about why a decision is made, that the public understands why the decision was made. I think if you will take the time and say, I did this because of, okay, if I explained it to you, you could understand that. When people get sideways is when somebody's just making a decision and they never explain it and you don't have any reason why. Right. People have a general need to know, I think. I'm an elected official. Your tax dollars pay me. And so it is really critical for me in that position to make sure that people understand why I'm making the decisions I'm making.
Well, you'll get sworn in on January the 2nd and take over in that office as prosecuting attorney of Camden County. Richelle Grosvenor, the next prosecuting attorney of Camden County. We appreciate your time. Great to have you on the program.
Thank you.
Come back and see us.
I will.
Stick around, folks. There is much more coming up on What's Burnin' on Lake TV.
Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
Hey, this is Matt Stillwell, and I'm looking forward to coming back to Lake of the Ozarks for Flinkenfest 2022 at Bear Bottom Resort. It's going to be a party you don't want to miss.
KB here, What's Burnin'? It's time for KB's Furry Friends. It's presented by our veterinary at the lake. And have we got the energetic dog for you? She is fun, she is exciting, she's full of energy, as I said, and she's right here at Ozarks Cat and Canine. Mary Meow Me Tilly with me, and who do we have today, Mary?
Today we have Pepper.
It's Pepper.
It's Pepper.
Pepper is, what, a lab mix, you said?
We believe she's a lab mix. We have her estimated to be about 3 years old.
Right on.
So when she came into us, I think I've mentioned before that normally when we get in an adult dog, somebody wants to bring one in, we do an assessment. So the guy that brought her in, we tried to tell him at the time that we didn't have room, because we really didn't. And he said, well, just come out and look at her, check her for a microchip, all that. She was supposed to be a stray.
Right.
So the manager went out to look at her and was convinced to let's go ahead and do an assessment on her, see how she does. And when she brought the dog back to the back to do the assessment, the guy drove off.
Well, it probably happens on occasion, as a lot of people obviously want to, they find a dog, they want to bring it in, they can't keep it for one reason or another. But I was going to say, Pepper seems more like, rather than riding in the vehicle, she would be pulling the vehicle.
She probably could.
Put a little tow rope around her, because she does have a lot of energy. You can see her there in the back, but she certainly needs a good home. So I would suggest maybe if you've got kids, maybe not real little kids.
Yeah, so we do have some requirements with her. So what we have found with her is she has absolutely no manners whatsoever. She does not have a very high level of socialization. So she doesn't have real good manners with people and also not with dogs. We don't really think that she's necessarily dog aggressive, but when she gets around another dog, we think it's in a playful manner. She wants at them and she wants to play, and some dogs might consider that to be an aggressive behavior. You know, I don't want to deal with you, and might respond in that manner.
So let me ask you, I was just going to say, is she trainable, you think, at this point?
So Brandy, our dog lady, she says, you know, that she does seem to be pretty intelligent, you know, that somebody with the good motivation to work with her probably could, you know, do some training with her. Brandy's been working with her, walking on a leash, and she's made some improvements there. One thing that we have found about her that makes it a little more difficult is she doesn't seem to be treat motivated.
Right.
So she likes toys, she likes to play, she likes to run. So with Pepper, we're thinking that it might be best, ideally, to have her be the only pet in the household.
Right, sure.
If we had somebody who was interested in her, who has experience with larger dogs and, you know, knows how to handle them and everything, then we might consider somebody with another dog. But it might take more than one meet and greet, you know, to make sure that they're going to do well together before we would send her home.
But early on, maybe it might make sense to have her as the only dog in the household.
It could be, yeah.
And the reason I say that is because obviously she wants to, you know, play, and she's happy all the time, and you really need to concentrate on her and focus on her and the amount of energy she has. I don't know right off the bat that a lot of people would be able to handle 2 dogs, much less Pepper on a slow day. But again, folks, you know, this is one of those situations where she's going to need some work, she's going to need some love, she's going to need a lot of attention, and you got to be willing to commit. Don't just come in looking for a dog. You think Pepper, well, hi Pepper. Pepper is going to be the answer to all your problems, because as I said, she's going to need some work, and that's perfectly fine. Pepper's a good girl.
Definitely.
Aren't you?
She would be one that we would probably recommend somebody who, you know, would take her for training, professional training, take her to an obedience class, you know, that kind of a thing.
And we're having a good time, and you can see how energetic she is, and just she needs a lot of love, and she just needs the right person, and that's normally the case with a lot of animals. They just need the right fit. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Hello.
And a lot of times what happens here is people come in, you know, they may see a dog online, and then when they come in and they meet that dog, they realize that particular dog isn't the one that is fit for them, but we'll show them others with different personalities. And we, you know, we're all about finding the right home for each particular animal and what they need and what the family needs, you know.
And sometimes it just takes a little work. So again, you can call the folks, you can stop by and see them. Hours here?
Noon to 4, Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday. And just a nice little update and alert that Peter Parker and Mary Jane have been adopted, and they were adopted together, and that was certainly something that was a major concern, because they had been together from Oklahoma to Kansas to Missouri. Right. And I know you folks were hoping that they would get adopted together. So the dynamic duo of sorts, they're gonna have a good home.
And that one was a situation where they came in to look at a different dog that they had seen online, found out that dog had a pending adoption, and so that who else do you have?
Well, and that's the way you have to do it. When you come in, if you have your sights set on a particular animal, cat, dog, and the dog has been adopted, or the dog needs a certain type of care, don't give up hope, folks, because there's a lot of animals here. They all need good homes. And again, during this particular time of year, I don't know if you see an increase in people making donations, or if they want to bring something by that they think might help the animals if they've had another animal, and they can donate it in that animal's memory. Food, how's everything going there?
Food Barn desperately needs help right now. We're very, very low. I put out a plea a couple days ago, and things are starting to trickle in, but the last couple times I put that plea out on Facebook, we didn't get the response that we usually do.
Right. Well, I'm asking all my Lake TV listeners to help out here at the animal shelter, Ozarks Cat and Canine. They can use food. They can even use people as dog walkers, or if you just want to spend some time with some animals, that's great. That's fine. They appreciate it all. And we appreciate the opportunity to come down here and feature all of these beautiful cats, all of these beautiful dogs. Ozarks Cat and Canine, KB's Furry Friends, presented by our veterinary at the lake on What's Burnin'. Stick around, more coming up on Lake TV.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Hey, it's Uncle Chris.
And I'm Wild Will from Slumberland at the Lake. Another packed week of Cup of Coffee.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to be talking with Cherie Keeley from the CADV, Citizens Against Domestic Violence.
The mini shootout this week, you don't want to miss that.
And you've got the hometown hero again this week.
That and it's football season. We got high school, we got college with the Missouri Tigers, and the NFL, that and a whole lot more on this week's Cup of Coffee.
The Lake of the Ozarks Shootout on August 27th and 28th at Captain Ron's. The largest non-sanctioned boating event of the year takes over the Lake of the Ozarks once again. Who will win this year's coveted Top Gun? Watch while more than 100 boats compete for best in class. The shootout raised over $400,000 for local charities last year. Catch boats hitting speeds up to 195 miles per hour. Celebrate the 34th annual Lake of the Ozarks Shootout, powered by Performance Boat Center.
Welcome to season number 10 of Great High School Football on Lake TV. COMC brings you great games between local rivals Friday nights this fall, with pregame starting at 6:30 and kickoff at 7. September 2nd, it'll be Warsaw and Versailles. September 9th, Eldon home against the Tigers. On the 16th, Osage entertains Eldon. September 23rd, California home to Osage. And we'll close out September with Camden home against Bolivar. October 7th, Versailles entertains California. October 14th, Camden and Lebanon renew their heated rivalry. The last week of the regular season, it's Osage home to Versailles, and then come the playoffs. The COMC High School Football Game of the Week starting with the pregame show at 6:30 and kickoff at 7. Each game will have an encore showing the following Tuesday at 7:30. Here comes the 10th season of high school football on Lake TV.
Hey, I can't believe we got it all in. We covered a lot of ground, talked to a lot of great people, and that's what we do here on Lake TV and What's Burnin'. If you want to be on the show, reach out to me at kb@mylaketv.com. We'd love to have you on to talk about, well, what's important to you, and we love your feedback as well. Thanks to our title sponsors, SRG Financial Advisors, the good folks at Budget Blinds, Ozark Barge and Dock, our veterinary at the lake, and the official bottled water of What's Burnin', none other than Culligan, Lake of the Ozarks, 573-346-5221. Got a busy show for you next week. We're going to talk to, as I like to call him, the James Brown of the Lake, Bradley Berg, the, next presiding commissioner of Camden County, Ike Skelton, and David Smith, who is putting together a big benefit event for his son. We've got all that and more, so make sure you check it out right here each and every day, 3 times a day on Lake TV.